Kids, welcome back to our English class. In our previous class, we finished a lesson called Autobiography of a Horse, My Early Home. So today we are going to solve the exercise part. We have learned this new words already. So now let's move to the exercise part. Correct the underlined words in the following sentences and rewrite them. Here we have some incorrect sentences. We need to correct these sentences. So first one is, besides me, there were 7 young cubs in the meadow. Your grandfather had the sweetest temper of any horse I ever knew. He brought a piece of bread for my mother. Old Dick, the man who looked after the horses, was just as rude as our master. Dick would throw blackberries and stick at us to make us trot. So basically these are wrong sentences. We need to correct them. We need to correct these underlined words. So I have already written it. Let's just read it out. So see here, besides me there were 7 young cubs. So the wrong words are 7 and cubs, and the right one is, besides me there were 6 young colts in the meadow. There were 6, not 7, 6 young colts, not cubs, in the meadow. Then second one is, your grandfather had the sweetest temper of any horse I ever knew. So grandfather is the wrong word. Your grandmother had the sweetest temper of any horse I ever knew. Third one is, he brought a piece of bread for my mother. Piece of bread is wrong. He brought a carrot for my mother. Next one is, Old Dick, the man who looked after the horses, was just as rude as our master. Dick is wrong. Rude is wrong. Old Daniel, the man who looked after the horses, was just as gentle as our master. Next one is, Dick would throw blackberries and sticks at us to make us trot. And the wrong words are blackberries and trot. The right words are, Dick would throw stones and sticks at us to make us gallop. Stones and sticks at us to make us gallop, not trot. Now the next one is, give one word for the following group of words. We have some group of words. We need to give it a single word. Fence formed by closely growing bushes. What do you call it? Land covered with grass. Fastest pace of a horse. A small light two-wheeled carriage. Plants in marshy land with long slender stems. See here, fence formed by closely growing bushes. We call it hedge. Land covered with grass. We call it meadow. Fastest pace of a horse. We call it gallop. A small light two-wheeled carriage. We call it gig. Plants in marshy land with long slender stems. We call it rushes. Rush, plural, rushes. Now make meaningful sentences using each of the following words, like in a snap. Over the wall, Ajay jumped in a snap. Wages. The daily wages for carpenter ranges between rupees 300 to 400. Then gallop. The black beauty's gallop is graceful. Here, black beauty means it is referring to a black horse. Now next one is favorites. Tom and Jerry cartoon characters are favorite among children. Thought a great deal. Our teacher thought a great deal of her students. Now next one is, answer the following questions. We have some questions here. We need to answer these questions. Okay, the first question is, what did the horse eat when he was young? What did the horse eat when he was young? The young horse lived upon its mother's milk. The young horse lived upon its mother's milk. Who was Duchess? Duchess was Darky's mother. Who was Duchess? Duchess was Darky's mother. Third question is, who was Darky? Who was Darky? Darky was the young colt and son of Duchess. Darky was a young colt and son of Duchess. The next one is, which is the first place the horse remember? Describe it. The first place the horse remember is the large meadow with a pond, shady trees, rushes, water lilies, plowed field, and the master's house. The first place the horse remember is the large meadow with a pond, shady trees, rushes, water lilies, plowed field, and the master's house. In the daytime, I ran along her side, and at night, I lay down close by her. Who is her here? I is Darky, and her is young Darky's mother, Duchess. I is Darky, and her is young Darky's mother, Duchess. The next question is, what did the mother horse tell her son when she saw him kicking the other horses? The mother horse told her son to be well behaved, not to bite or kick while playing, and told him to lift his feet when trotting and always be gentle and good. Next question is, how was the master? The master was a good and kind man. The master was a good and kind man. Next question is, what did the plow Dick do to the colts? The plow Dick would throw stones and sticks, hurt and trouble the colts. How did the master punish Dick? The master asked Dick to leave the place forever. The master asked Dick to leave the place forever. Now, like activity part, in activity language development part, the first exercise is select the correct word from the brackets, complete each sentence as read. I have already written the answers, we just have to read. The aroma from the kitchen once again reminded me of her immense talent. Sitting in my balcony, I enjoyed the view of the mountains. Sitting in the balcony, I enjoyed the view of the mountains. I enjoyed the flavor of blueberries in the ice cream. It was a pleasure to feel the rain droplets falling on my face. The fire crackled as the campers felt the rising anxiety. The fire crackled as the campers felt the rising anxiety. The predator prowled nearby looking for food in darkness. The deer drank water unaware of the lurking danger. It was not long before cries of the victim pierced the silence. The second exercise is read and use the clues. Use the word from the lesson to complete the grade. We have already completed the grade. So here are the clues. Name of the young horse was Darky. Name of the mother of horse, Darky's mother name was Duchess. Master called the mother horse this pet. Dick came into the field to pluck this blackberries. The man who looked after the horses was Daniel. Horse's grandfather won. The man who looked after the horses was Daniel. Horse's grandfather won trophies. How many trophies? 2. Now the next part is grammar part, that is punctuation mark. Read and learn. A full stop is used at the end of the statement, command or request. Question mark is used after a direct question. An exclamation mark is used after words and sentences which express feelings of joy, sorrow, surprise, grief or a wish. Now let's see an exercise related to this punctuation mark. See here, punctuate the following sentences using a full stop, question mark or an exclamation mark. Rewrite the sentences. I have already written the answers here only. See here, get out of the class. It is just a plain sentence. So we will end it with a full stop. Where shall we go during the Diwali holidays? This is basically a question. It's a WH question, direct question. So we have put a question mark at the end of the sentence. How deep the pool is? So this statement or this sentence shows some surprise. So we will end it with a exclamatory mark. So now we'll see about comma. When to use comma and what is the use of comma. the comma. Read the rules and complete the exercise. Now we have some rules here. We have how many rules? We have 8 rules about when to use commas. So the first rule is use commas to separate a list of 3 or more things in a row. Like we have 3 or more things in a row, then we can use these commas to separate these things. For example, Nikki, Tim, John, Pete and Sam. We have how many people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rule says, suppose here 5 people are there. So to separate 4 people we use how many commas? 1, 2, 3 commas, and we use and here. So the next rule is use commas to separate the day, month and the year in a date. For example, I was born on March 1, 2004. So here we are using comma to separate date and what? Date and year. The third rule says use a comma to separate the name of the city and the state in an address. Use comma to separate the name of the city and the state in an address. For example, I visited Mumbai, Maharashtra. Here we are separating Mumbai and Maharashtra with the help of one comma. Fourth one is use a comma before a conjunction that joins two sentences except for and. We need to add comma before, use a comma before a conjunction that joins two sentences. We need to add a comma before any conjunction that joins two sentences except for and. I will buy a dress, comma, or I will buy nothing. Use a comma after a person's name in a direct address. Would you like to come, Richa? Use comma after introducing words like yes, no, hey, well, now. Hey, come here. Then use comma to separate two or more adjectives from the same group that are describing a noun. Like, I need a kind, nice and good friend. Here, kind, nice and good are adjective. So to separate them, we use comma. Use a comma before and after a person's name in a direct address if the name is in the middle of the sentence. Like, does this shop belongs to you, Mr. Mehra, or to someone else? Here to separate you and Mr. Mehra, both are same person but we are using comma. So use a comma before and after a person's name in a direct address if the name is in the middle of the sentence. So let's see the exercise related to the commas. The following sentences need commas in order to be clear in the meaning. Add a comma whenever necessary. Identify comma rule that you must follow and write in the circle. For example, hey, that is mine. Here after hey we have added a comma. So which rule applies here? Rule number 6. An orphanage needs a kind, wise and generous caretaker. Here kind, wise and generous are adjective. To separate these things we use comma and we use and here. Does this shop belong to you, Mrs. Kanvi, or to someone else? Here rule number 8 applies. Would you like to answer this question? Fahim. Here question separated with Fahim. Rule number 5. What's the difference between March 23, 2013 and March 23, 2031? Here rule number 2 applies. All of my property, shares, savings and credit cards cannot buy me peace. Here shares, savings and credit cards are separated by commas and the rule applies here is rule number 1. Now the next one is there is a rush to be at Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh during the Kumbh Mela. Here Allahabad separated with Uttar Pradesh with a comma. Rule number 3. You can choose to enjoy in the rain, or you can choose to curse the rain. Rule number 4. Sarita and Sanjay were born on the same day, comma, but they have a gap of 50 years. Rule number 4. Have you, by any chance, Dipankar, comma, placed an order for 500 burgers? So rule number 8. You need to read all these rules to understand this exercise. So now, note the 3 punctuation signs. Which of them matches the following statements? This is semicolon, this is colon, this is dash. This punctuation mark looks like a comma with a period above it. This punctuation mark looks like a what? Looks like a comma with a period above it. It is semicolon. 2 dots, neither a full stop nor a comma. 2 dots. Colon. A line, not too short, not too long. The punctuation mark is called as dash. Now, read the instruction given in the box. Write 2 or more sentences using same punctuation marks. Use the sample sentences in each set as a model. Use a colon. I will need 3 things for this recipe: carrots, milk and sugar. I will need 3 things for this recipe: colon, carrot, comma, milk and sugar. So we need to write 2 more sentences for this. Again, it was Shakespeare who said, all's fair in love and war. It was Shakespeare who said, colon, all's fair in love and war. We need to write 2 more sentences like this. The days were hot, semicolon. The nights were extremely cold, full stop. We need to write 2 more sentences like this. Again, goes with the dash. So instead of explaining this, I will share an image with this video so you can write it properly. Okay, so we are done with this exercise, kids. We will meet in next class. We will move to a new lesson in next class. Till then, take care and study well.